Another day, another stall before we start JoJo's part 4. Shout out to CJ Dachamp. CJ Dachamp. We got DIO, the generational hater. I love this guy's videos when he talks about all these like crazy anime cartoon characters, whatever, and he hypes them up. We're gonna do a case study on how he is the greatest generational hater.
Take a step, I dare you. So he tries to climb it, but he keeps on climbing the same stair over and over and over again.
And every time he does that, he has to reposition Polnareff's body and then walk back up to the stairs. I don't think the world is doing it. I refuse to believe his stand is doing it. He himself is doing it. It's fucking hilarious concept.
Feels like, wow, what's wrong? You on 400 ping or something? You know what? While you struggle with your lag spikes, I'm gonna sit in this chair that's conveniently here right
bro
over
brought a
the
throne. Shout out to CJ Dachamp. He's some hype ass battle shonen intros.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to return to the round table of Black Air Force X.
Look at this lineup, man. Yo, ain't this a character from the Delinquent anime? Tokyo Revengers? That's kind of hype that there's like a character like that there. Some notable faces around. Yo, Aizen. Shout out to Aizen. Soon. Lolly Hitler, bro. Get ready for Tanya. I'm excited.
And our greatest challenger yet has finally approached, to be judged and to take his rightful seat at this sacred table of menaces. And it is none other than the greatest hater in anime history. DIO. The king of hating ass niggas. The pettiest of the petty. Probably one of the greatest.
There's a spoiler at 11:36. This part. What kind of spoilers, bro? It's the most played section. They're gonna spoil future part stuff? Maybe it's worth skipping.
Ops of all time. This man is truly Black Air Force incarnate. So, bro, I ain't even gonna waste no time with this one. So y'all already know we got the evidence on deck.
I mean, the fact that you would tell me that there is a spoiler in a video that talks about DIO after we finish part 3 can only mean one thing. So honestly, I've already been spoiled because you said that there's a spoiler. This is the issue of being too big brain. No, I'm not smart. But there are I hate indirect spoilers. Or like, you are trying to tell me and warn me or like say no to something that I mentioned, but that directly leads me to another logical conclusion that would spoil me. That's just life.
And it is finally time to observe the generational hater. So without further ado, Exhibit A.
Let's get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Exhibit A.
Phantom Blood.
Brando.
That's
so
right.
To understand why this man has the most out-of-pocket hatred, we gotta go all the way back to 1880. So
what in the Lord of the Mystery setting is this?
So DIO started off in the trenches. Man was playing chess for money, getting
hustling
up in the bar, and living in this old ass shack. So bro hella down bad. So his dad is dying, right? So he tells him, my boy, listen here, boy. When I die, take this letter to the Joestar family.
Amazing voice acting for Dario Brando.
Now you see them niggas owe me a debt. I'll tell you, they some rich ass motherfuckers too. So you know what to do. Rob them niggas. Take Make Pappy proud.
And the context of this, which is even more diabolical, is that this guy he tried to loot the people that he's trying to rob from before. Remember? Like fucking Jonathan's parent, they're like dying on the fucking ground. He's trying to loot their body. He gets caught. He's trying to pretend like nothing happened. He gets bailed out by fucking Jonathan's dad. And then he said, my boy, go and take everything from them.
Proud. So he dies. So Dio's at the cemetery. He's like, about damn time your old ass died.
You piss on that grave.
He hated you. You drove mama to die. You was a piece of shit. So you can eat a dick on nigga.
Like, he hates his father so much that he literally got rid of his last name and capitalized the name DIO in part 3, right? That's basically him transcending the Brando bloodline, because obviously he has Jonathan's body and DIO's head, right? DIO.
Pussy.
All caps.
So later on, DIO pulls up to the Joestar mansion. So Jonathan's like, hi, my name.
Yeah, one part here is he literally poisoned the father with the poison that was given to him by the Toyojin, which means the Chinaman. So even more diabolical that he killed his father right there. He deserved it.
Name's Jonathan. This is my dog, Danny. So Dio's like, that's your dog? Yeah, isn't he great? Shit, nigga, fuck your dog.
Come on, man.
Oh my God, bro. Somebody call Peter. This nigga just totally needs the dog.
That was one of the craziest moments and one of the beginnings of a pattern that would happen throughout JoJo's where animals get brutally massacred. And why does it happen? Because Araki loves animals. That's right. He loves them so much that he's constantly going to show you just heinous acts of torture and physical abuse onto animals to make sure that you know how much he loves the animals and how bad these people are that's fucking up the animals. Shout outs to Iggy. Apparently, Araki's dog literally looks like Iggy. It's like a Boston Terrier. Very cute.
Bro ain't even been here for a minute and he already starting shit. Look at him, bro. He already...
And with the same logic of Araki does that to highlight how bad these people are, then what about Cars? It's a very interesting case study about Cars and the way that he, you know, valued animals and plant life and basically anything other than humans. He cherished them. He protected them no matter what. What does that mean about Cars? He truly is the ultimate being.
Ready to scrap.
Why is this part muted? Huh? Hello?
Nothing. This is my dog, Danny. Your dog.
Yeah, I think probably copyright here or something and it's kind of muted. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think a lot of people also encountered this during my reactions for Tensor with Storia. Sometimes like we just get copyright and the only way to keep that video like monetized or public is to like trim it out. I don't trim it out. I'll just like erase it because at least you can see the visuals.
So as time goes...
All right, womp womp.
Your life hell. So as time goes on, as they start living together, Jonathan's having this boxing match. So the ref's like, hey, just to let you know, your opponent got changed. Huh? Yeah, you gonna be fighting him.
Hype.
Oh my God.
Round one. Fight.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, he can't
Dio
even
too
hit
fast.
him. And a beautiful body shot landed by Dio. And a beautiful right straight to the jaw.
Dio built different. He also like cheated. I think there was like a cheap tactic, right? He didn't gouge his eye out, but he went for the eye.
Oh my God, yo, this man just watched him in front of his hometown. So after Dio humiliated Jonathan, Jonathan started talking to, you know, Erina and everything. So
Yikes.
this man Dio decided to do the pettiest shit. He pulls up on her and says, hey, you JoJo girl.
These two are the funniest people too. Just glazing Dio every step of the way. Just funny ass NPCs.
Girl, he been looking a little happy lately, and I don't like that a bit.
Oh
my gosh, bro, this man is so petty. He says, oh, you thought your first kiss was gonna be with JoJo? Nah, it was with me, nigga.
Dio is so petty and he's such a hater that he kissed a girl even though he's a zesty ass gay man. I need you to understand this. The rivalry and the competition and this pursuit to shit on Jonathan was so great that he kissed a woman despite being gay. Am I making this shit up? Maybe. But you should think about that. Also, this is a defining moment of Kono Dioda. One of the most iconic Dio moments where it says, it was me, Dio.
So later on, Jonathan ends up running up on Dio. And bro's like, how dare you raise your voice at me? You should learn some respect. So he elbows him in the nose. And bro's like, yeah, stupid little nigga. You just mad because I raised up your girl real good.
Honestly, Dio took an L after that. Because the moment that he said it was me, Dio, and stole the kiss, Erina wiped her mouth with the water and the mud to show that the nasty street water was cleaner than the filth that was Dio. That was a defining moment for Erina. Erina had a, that was actually like such an aura. I felt moved by that moment.
But then Jonathan just started laying the hands on him, hit this man with the Dempsey roll. So Dio's like, oh, how dare you lay your hands on my beautiful face? Swear to God, I'm gonna shake your ass. But then George
He did do
ends
that.
up stopping.
And he saw that. George saw the knife, by the way.
So Dio's like, don't think you getting away with this. I don't take L's. So later on, the butler is walking outside and he's at the furnace and
he had a chance to save Danny here.
sees this box. So he's like, oh, it's just a box. So he lights the furnace, but then something start banging. So then later on in the day, they having a funeral because the dog was in the furnace.
Why was the dog in the furnace? Why? How could it ever be there? What was the excuse?
Oh my God, bro. This man Dio put the dog in the furnace to burn him. Oh my God. So a couple of years pass and they end up becoming friends.
Yeah, pretty much. They had a bunch of beef when they were young. Jonathan had a standout moment where he said to himself, if I let Dio dominate me here, then I don't think I could ever stand up to him. He fucks Dio up. Dio pulls up a knife. George and his dumbassery sees the knife and still defends Dio for no fucking reason. Dio kills Danny. Time skip.
Well, not really, because this man Dio is fake as hell. So George Joestar has gotten sick and he has a very bad cough.
A similar cough to Dio's dad. What's going on?
So the thing is, Dio has been giving this man medicine the whole time, but
the butler taking another L again. This dude, the butler, and you know what? It's a match made in hell. They're all a bunch of fucking retards. I genuinely despise the way, like, there is such negligence happening at this mansion. And of course, it has to happen for Dio's story to progress. But there were just time after time so many ridiculous scenes where there's just no ounce of doubt for Dio at all. It's just, no matter what you see, all of these acts he got caught, they don't doubt him at all.
Dio has been giving this man medicine the whole time, but not his real medicine. This man has been poisoning him the entire time. And then Jonathan figured out, wait a minute. Didn't your dad have the same symptoms too?
Yep.
Oh my God, you killed your father.
Yep. I'd argue Dario deserved it.
So then Dio's like, are you trying to press me right now? So he ends up swinging on.
Oh, come on. Copyright again here? It's a cool scene. He literally threw him down. He fucked Dio up here. Dio straight up could not compete.
Stone mask. So later on, he out here drunk as hell. So he ends up running into these two dudes. So
I never want to hear about Araki being racist because this exists. If you want to say he has a racist caricatures of everyone, then I agree. Don't ever say he specifically tries to like demonize one group. He'll make shitty representations of everyone because that's what humans are. This is the average street of London. Like a lot of people are kind of like heated about the way that the Toyojin, you know, Wang Chan was, depicted. But I think Wang Chan actually had aura as the Orient Man. The streets of London was fucking crazy.
Running into these two dudes. So bro smacks him in the jaw. And he's like, this is a perfect time. Time to test out this stone mask. So he puts it on this dude and runs him into the other dude so it stabs him. So then the mask activates with the blood. And he
actually kind of crazy luck right there that blood was, you know, part of the equation.
He done turned this man into a whole vampire. So the dude starts to choke him out, but that top of the morning end up getting his ass. So after this, Dio pulls back up to the house. So Jonathan runs up on him. He was like, yeah, I done figured out you've been poisoning my dad. So Dio's trying to plead his case. Then Speedwagon.
Also, I feel like this is also the part where like the drip changed. Like Jonathan started looking like a Fist of the North Star character. You know, up until now, I don't know, the overall design, the wardrobe stuff, it just look, after Jonathan went on a journey, he straight up just looks like a vagabond.
Figured out you've been poisoning my dad. So Dio's trying to plead his case. Then Speedwagon in the corner like, I don't trust that nigga with his old capping ass. And then George is behind the curtain.
Yeah.
So like,
the cops.
I ain't got nothing to lose now. Bring me that ass. So he ends up stabbing George. And he's like,
you know what? One of the best things George has done, which is take the hit for his son. Even though his son honestly could have tanked it, dodged it, something, George didn't need to do that. George did. And his sacrifice and his death was actually really well done. I love how, again, George's soul is like in the skies, you know, and how like Jonathan is reaching out to his lost father during the heat of the battle. And then he kicked. That was such a cool moment.
He's like, yes, it's Morbin time. So they end up shooting him, and Dio ends up going out the window. So about a minute later, while everybody thinking he dead, they're like, why is his body gone? And he rips this man's head clean off. And now he's a whole
Rest in peace, police
vampire.
chief. Udi. And then he just starts saying Udi out of nowhere.
So bro just started bodying everybody in the house. So then he goes over to fight Jonathan, but he ends up burning him. But obviously that ain't do nothing. He just shrugged it off. And yo, look at this man walking up the wall like a Louis Vuitton model. What the?
Shit. That's just like the streets of Cairo at night when Dio came out. Like a, you know, runaway model. The way that he was like walking. It was here all this time.
Model, what the f? Nigga said Kim K ain't got shit on me. And look at Jonathan, he like, oh my God. His zestiness is too strong. So mans had to tackle him all the way from the
Jojo.
roof and impale this man on a spear. So he could finally burn the ash, but
amazing fight.
That's not gonna work.
Hello.
So after this, Dio does a bunch.
And when what happens, how does he survive? The Chinaman, baby. Wang Chan. He actually clutched so hard for Dio multiple times in part 1. Even at the end of Phantom Blood, how does he survive? Wang Chan again, bro. He got fucked up in that boat engine. Do you guys remember that? Oh my God. He turned into like a zombie, and he was getting like, he got stuck in part of the, it was all going down.
Shenanigans. First off, this man turned Jack the Ripper into a vampire.
Oh,
so
yeah,
then he
Jack
goes over and takes over this entire village, turned basically almost everybody into zombies, kidnapped this.
He was doing some freaky ass shit, right? Like, what did he do? I feel like he like did some Made in Abyss abominations with like bird hybrid creatures. Like he was like mixing different species in.
Little boy's sister stepped on this.
Yeah, right there. This dog human thing. Yeah.
Dog. What the f is that, bro? Like, honest to God.
Yeah, right there.
Oh boy, this is probably the worst thing this man ever did. So
what?
He got this lady and her baby up here. So she's like, please,
hey, baby.
just spare my child. And Dio's like, bitch, please, who you think I is, your baby daddy? I ain't got time to take care of your damn kid. So he turns her into a zombie and makes her eat her
Diabolical.
baby.
That's the scene I was talking about.
No, I'm done. No. This is probably the first time I've ever done this, but I don't care. Go ahead and sit
already
down, bro. I'm done.
That was so heinous that he already got put in to the council. Welcome to the Black Force, you know, Black Air Force energy.
I'm done. This is the most demonic shit I have ever seen besides when Boo faded niggas in heaven. That's is right behind it. What the actual f***? Nah, bro, we ain't even done with Exhibit A, and I just had to go ahead and sit the mans, bro.
That's just Phantom Blood,
I had to
bro.
give this man a fast pass. He skipped the line. Bro said, yeah, I'll spare him, alright. So after a bunch of traumatic ass events, Jonathan finally pulls up on Dio, so he's like, wow, congratulations, you beat all of my sub-bosses. Tell me real quick, how's that Zeppeli pack hitting?
Oh.
So then they...
I mean, the video is about Zeppeli, but I do find it funny how we just mention him and he's already dead. First time mentioned, he's already dead.
So then they about to scrap, but Dyer comes in and he's like...
Giga Chad. Like, Dyer and Senator William... what was his name? What was his name again? What was the senator's name in part 3? Wilson Phillips. So, Wilson Phillips and Dyer has a lot in similar. Of course, they have nothing in similar. But what I'm trying to say... Okay, Dyer, Senator Wilson Phillips, as well as the homeless guy who was LARPing, who knew about Avdol and tried to find Dio's mansion. I'm mentioning these characters because I see that Araki has this ability to just pull up a character out of thin air and then for them to have aura out of fucking nowhere and for the people to care, even though they have little to no screen time. I don't know how he does it. Like I was really thinking about the homeless guy and Senator Wilson Phillips. They're kind of the same in the way they showed up out of fucking nowhere, and their character was just so compelling in whatever way it appeals to you. Dyer obviously had more time to pop off, right? Araki's ability to write these lovable characters out of nowhere, I love it.
No, this is my fight. So he jumps up to
Thundercross split attack.
Grabs both of his legs and makes him do the splits.
You
then
fool!
He freezes his entire body. Then he says, "You know, men shouldn't do the splits, right? Because that's."
I think he says Kinjaku here.
How you break your balls? Yo, bro,
He not done yet. He not done yet though.
Body. So then Jonathan comes in and slices him in half with this.
Dyer got hit after that. Dyer got first blood on Dio. That was such a cool moment. You had a rose, he spat it. Dyer's such a cool character.
Sword. But Dio's like, you really thought that old bullshit was gonna work? Say psych right now. Let me tell you something right now. Yo, hormone training is ass. You are ass. So then Dio jumps at him, but Jonathan hits him with this 1080 fucking punch. So Dio's like, impossible.
Got you, Barry the Platypus!
Jonathan is locked in.
So some time passes. So Jonathan and Arena end up getting married. So
cool.
While they are on their honeymoon, Jonathan ends up seeing one of Dio's assistants.
China
so
man!
He runs after him and they end up going to this casket. So bro opens the casket and he pulls Dio.
He's also the reason we got part 3, man. Wang Chun delivered part 3 to us. The more I think about his significance and his role in the story, it's kind of crazy.
Dio's head out of the casket. Then Dio says, "Happy honeymoon, nigga." Hey, first
Laser
off,
eyes.
I just want to give my congratulations, even though I did steal your girl's first kiss. Congratulations, my bad I couldn't make the wedding, bro. I knew I would have been your best man, right? Tell me something real quick. How my lips taste? So bro laser beams this man, turns everybody on this ship into zombies, and ends up jacking this man's body. And he rested at the bottom of the ocean
Until part 3.
1889 to 19.
You know what? The laser eyes should have come into more. I think the laser eyes are too powerful. Araki said, nah, fuck that in part 3. Or maybe he just forgot.
1883. So yeah, that was Exhibit A, and it's finally time to move on to.
I mean, even Phantom Blood alone was such diabolicalness. Dio just presenting himself. What the fuck is this image? His face got scrunched up. I love the scene here with Jonathan, you know, dying with Dio in his arms. Jonathan died such a pacifist. He was such a true gentleman. Dio constantly trying to, you know, bait Jonathan into say, come on, bro, just take me, bro. We'll become a vampire. We can live together. Just do it, bro. Like, we can do this. But he said, nah. He died looking honestly enlightened. What a tragic hero. Jonathan, not my favorite JoJo's, but I can acknowledge the righteousness and the honor.
Man's body, and he rested at the bottom. 19. Exhibit B. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Exhibit B.
Okay.
Dio. So after Dio came out of his casket in 1980,
and we have so much arguments about this. I remember there's so many people trying to argue about the nature of how Dio actually survived, right? There is no second casket. This is the one same casket. But how does a casket exist when Erina survived with Lisa? Where was she? Where was she? The bottom. Don't. There's no point. We went through this. I read the comment. It's the theories are just a bunch of cope. Just fuck it. It doesn't matter. Let it happen. Aki doesn't need an explanation for this.
3. This is when he took stuff to the next level. Bro was on his Kanye arc. Nigga dropped off his last name and said, "You will know me as capital D, capital I, capital
Brando.
O." Mans was going around beating cheeks.
Okay, spoiler incoming right here, right? I guess we're just gonna skip this part.
Was just so mysterious at the beginning of Stardust Crusaders. You ain't even see his face till like 45 episodes later. Everybody just had stories of meeting him.
Yeah, bulk of the Stardust Crusaders is him just aura farming with his back turned against in the darkness, as he is honestly not really aura farming. He's anxious. He has mad anxiety. He wants a peace of mind, and that's why the world, right? His power also is reflective of his need for absolute control, but even then he fucks up, right? It's actually kind of sad if you think about what Dio did. Just hid in the mansion for 40-something episodes, came out to play, and then lost. Shout out to the Stardust Crusaders for that, but like, bro, like, do you understand how cautious he was? I kind of feel bad for him. Like, he was so cautious. He was so careful. He made no like no stone unturned. And even that wasn't enough.
Avdol was like, yeah.
Best character.
Yeah, I saw that nigga. I was walking up the stairs, right, and I saw this big motherfucker. He was licking his
DIO and stairs, man. Abdul did what Polnareff couldn't. Abdul got away.
lips and shit. But I was like, hell no, I ain't into that freaky shit, you feel me? So I jumped out the window and I hit the dash, bro. I was stepping.
Okay, the voice acting here is fucked. Now, I think I mentioned this too. Why didn't DIO use the world here to do the same thing with Polnareff, you know? Like, Abdul jumps out the window, but DIO places him right back. Well, by then, you would already see the window is shattered, right? What's DIO gonna do? Come with like a different like window panel and install it at the same time to make it look like Abdul actually never jumped out the window? You know what I mean?
When I hit the dash, bro, I was stepping. Then they ran into Polnareff. Polnareff was like, yeah, I remember that nigga. Yo, he brainwashed me and shit. Mans took me into this room and he had the gypsy ball and shit. Nigga was like, I can tell your future. And he brainwashed his
Yo, shout out to Pet Shop.
tell your future. And he brainwashed this man Kakyoin too. But
Yeah.
nah, it's
He's straight up just be whispering and doing ASMR charm, telling people, oh, just take my seed. Yeah, you want a peace of mind, don't you? Yeah.
what he did to Whole Horse. While Dio was
No, the logic that the world wasn't strong enough for him to not put Abdul back is such a ridiculous logic, and you know it. You're coping. Think about it. Does the amount of seconds that he fucking paused matter? He was at what? 5 seconds when we started fighting in Kaido at the end? Where was he at this point? Probably like 2 or 3, whatever. Do you really think a difference of a couple seconds would even fucking matter? No. Because time, honestly, it's trivial. It doesn't matter. He could have moving at super fucking speed. It doesn't matter.
reading a
But what does matter is the Abdul agenda. He didn't know about his ability about in 2 years? Now, that's a better argument. Did he even have the standard? Did he even test with Whole Horse by that point? It's ambiguous.
book, this man really tried to pull a gun on him. Then when he's about to shoot him, Dio's like, are you positive you want to pull that?
No, sorry, it wasn't with Whole Horse. It was with fucking that stupid guy. That Nekusaku or something. Remember? Yeah, he was the one that, and Enya was there. Yeah, Nekusaku. That's crazy that character was there for that.
Trigger. Then bro teleports right behind him. And he was like, ooh la la. I liked how you pulled that gun out on me. We should do this more often. Dog had this man shaking in his boots.
Literally. Cool seeing how the spider webs were also not touched at all to show that like Dio was obviously moving very carefully. Again, just imagine Dio just cautiously sliding, like just moving, shifting his body around to like careful maneuver to make sure he can't give away his powers.
Like, ooh la la. Dog had this man shaking in his boots. So when they finally get to Egypt after facing all the sub-bosses, Polnareff ends up walking up on this staircase and finally finds Dio. So Dio's like, wow, congratulations, y'all made it. I mean, you down 2 people, but congratulations. Hey, but I'll tell you this though, you walk up that step, you're dead. Take a step, I dare you.
Do it.
So he tries to climb it, but he keeps on climbing the same stair
I love this scene.
and over and over again. Dio's like, wow, what's wrong? You on 400 ping or some shit? You know what?
The best part is that Dio knows what he's doing, and Polnareff is being gaslit to the point he thinks he's going crazy, and he's like, maybe I am actually succumbing to him. Maybe I actually do think that I can't beat him at all. Like, that's such a funny thought.
While you struggle with your lag spikes, I'm gonna sit in this chair that's conveniently here right over this staircase. So then everybody else finally ends up coming in.
Everyone did the finger pose, even Kakyoin.
So Dio's like, the sunlight, I must retreat. So about a minute later, they climb this staircase.
This is a crazy scene because Dio, at this point, could have won. So I guess the argument that he's being cautious, he is a very cautious person. He does also respect the Joestars a lot. Yet there's times when his pride and hubris and his like petty behavior, like dude, you could have killed them all here. Instead, you fucking body swap with, you know, this guy Nukasaku or whatever, just to aura farm and to make everyone panic.
And they see this casket. So Joseph's like, hey, ugly ass boy, open the casket. So he opens the casket and he sees himself in this casket.
That's a crazy scene too.
So they like, oh shit, hey, jump.
That was such a cool scene too. The Stardust Crusaders all jumping out. This is actually like an iconic scene to me. The posing in midair as they're talking about what's going on, panicking about Dio.
Yo, the fact that this man Dio put this man in the casket like that. Man's killed him in the blink of an eye and shoved him in the casket just so he could give him a little scare. So they are running away and Dio's like,
Why? Why not?
The hunt begins. So later on, bro, walking down
The
the
pose.
street, and he's like, I
Senator
like this
Wilson
car.
Phillips.
So Dog's like, hey, what you think you're doing, cuz? This car belongs to the senator. But he
That's
just
right.
breaks his
The
arm
senator.
and hops in the car. So then he looks at the senator,
Drive.
rips out his two front teeth, and he says, looks like you got a date
Drive.
with the tooth fairy tonight. Now get your ass in the front seat and drive. So while they driving, they hit a traffic jam.
Drive.
So the senator's like, yo, I can't drive. Then Dio says, you know the sidewalk's wide open, right? So he starts driving on the sidewalk and Dio says, floor it. So he made this man run over all these people just to get out of a traffic jam. Jeez.
Yeah. And he made Senator Wilson do it. And Wilson was honestly mind broken at that point. Look at him going crazy trying to cope with the reality of what's going
Out
on.
of a traffic jam. Jesus Christ. So he finally ends up catching up to him. So Kakyoin tries to use Emerald Splash on him, but Dio just looks at it. He's like, wow, so pretty. Get that shit out my face.
The ricochet.
So while they keep on driving, he blows the senator through their car. So they end up dipping and going on top of the roof, so Dio follows them. So then Kakyoin sets up this trap.
Kakyoin,
so he's like,
no!
I have you now. So show me your stand ability. So Dio's like, I then witness true hatred. The ratio.
The ratio. That's a new one.
So then Dio goes over to him and says, this is my stand ability, the ratio. I can stop time and ratio anybody in the amount of mere seconds in just a blink of an eye.
I don't really hear ratio as a term that much anymore, right? It's more like, oh, you got mogged, you know? This is 3 years ago. Man, isn't that crazy? The word ratio has honestly kind of fallen out of meta.
I could freeze your account and gain hundreds, no, thousands of likes before you even gain one. Now, I'm about to fist you.
Literally.
And no pause, because we're already paused. Resume. So Joseph was like, oh nah, what's the best thing I know how to do? Hit the jets and get the stepping. So while he's chasing Joseph down, he ends up punching him off this roof. So
CG just made Joseph make it look like he just ran off on Kakyoin, bro, while he just died. It's like, oh, hell nah. Goodbye, Kakyoin.
Joseph sees Jotaro and he's like, oh my God, my nigga, do not come any closer. So
he can ratio you.
He's like, both of them at the same time.
Probably the best Zawarudo moment. This, and then the Kakyoin one. That was really cool too, where Kakyoin has already laid up his setup, and then Dio kind of does that. That was really cool. That'd be number 2. But this is number 1 for me.
In this mid-ass bloodline.
Such a cool scene.
So then Dio comes down and just starts walking towards him, smacking cats, smacking people like they mannequins. And he's like, I could only...
I never understood, and I don't think we'll ever have to understand this, but the physics when the time is stopped, because object seems to move. It's not as if friction doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like when you push something, it's not just going to infinitely keep moving. It does come to it, but sometimes it doesn't. It's the physics here. I don't think I really thought too much about it, or the anime really try to show it in a consistent manner.
Cats smacking people like they mannequins. And he's like, I could only used to give 1 L at a time, but now I can give 2. It'll eventually be 10 to 20 to thousands. So I leave you with my parting gift. And with that,
Muda.
ratio.
Oh.
So then he looks at Jotaro and he's like,
You're next.
You're next, little nigga. So Jotaro starts walking towards him. So he's like, oh, so you're approaching me? You trying to fall off like your granddaddy, nigga? But he's like, nah, I gotta get closer to you so I can beat the shit out your ass. So
Actually, such a crazy line of how simple it is. Oh, you're approaching me. Me, Dio. And he's like, well, yeah. I can't punch you if I don't get closer to you. Duh. Just the retort is so obvious, reasonable, logical, yet at the same time, the nature of what's happening, of like you're attempting to approach a guy that can stop time, like what? And then you say that it's such a Giga Chad line that could only be said by Jotaro, man, because he's so cool.
He was like, I like that. I like that energy. Come get this fade. So they start boxing and Dio hits him with this nasty hook. And he's like, that's what I used to hit your granddaddy with back in the day. Now catch this ratio.
Great.
So they keep on scrapping, so Jotaro ends up punching him into this jewelry store. So while he's knocked out, he gets up and looks at the lady. He's like, hey,
bring my leg.
Make yourself useful and fetch me my leg. So she started to get scared, so he said, bitch, hurry the f up and give me my goddamn leg. So he ends up killing her and taking her blood, and he...
Senator Wilson Phillips had it worse than her, but yeah, she was another unfortunate victim.
He's like, oh, we just getting started, you overgrown man-child. I hope you're ready for a knife party. So then bro ended up throwing all these knives at this man.
See, Dio might have came prepared with all these knives, but Jotaro also had a bunch of books. This pose is crazy in midair.
Like, can somebody please tell me where this man was storing all of these knives at? Like, for real, like, ain't no way that belt buckle handled all of those. So he ended up stabbing him. So
listen again, right? Where do you store the knives? If you can do that, then we can store the books.
while he's on the ground, Dio's like, I guess I'll just kill him with this road sign. But then Polnareff comes from the...
Such a hype moment. I was so glad Polnareff actually had more scenes, right? By this point, after he took up Vanilla Ice and challenged Dio, that was enough. This is his cherry on top.
top rope. And then Dio just stops. I mean, he's like, oh, that tickled. Go ahead and move to the side for me.
So unfair. He actually got a headshot in too. This is ridiculous.
So then the cops pull up, but Dio's like, really? 12. So then he starts controlling the other cop. And he's like, I need you to aim right and precisely right there. So he makes him shoot him. And yo, this man is so determined to make sure that he is dead.
Yeah, he's listening. This is such a funny scene. He's so cautious. Where was this energy back at the mansion when Nukisaku was there? Buro was so tempted to aura farm by sacrificing Nukisaku that he lost. Straight up, that was it. Like, it's too late to be cautious now.
Lying on the ground trying to hear a heartbeat. Bro's like, I better not hear this nigga take a breath. But you know what? Just to make sure, I'm gonna chop off his head with this road sign. But Jotaro ended up cracking him upside his head. And he hit him so hard, he can't even move his legs. So he's like, no, I gotta go. So he ends up stopping time and hanging onto the back of this taxi. But then Jotaro ends up chasing him down.
That's such a funny scene.
In the sewer right now.
Why not, bro? Who cares? It's such a ridiculous scene, though. I was caught off guard.
So then he ends up sending Dio flying. But then this man Dio starts
it's all part of his
screaming at him.
plan.
He's like, ha, you fool! You
fell for it.
My trap.
Now I'm gonna put on green lipstick and turn into a lesbian on behalf of, you know, Pride Month.
Don't you remember this same street? So we ended up punching him to the street that Joseph's body is at. And he ends up taking all of his blood. He sucked that man dry. Pause. And now he's awake.
Also, right, the meme here is, why did he turn into a lesbian? Where did you get the green lipstick? Joseph's tequila. Remember the tequila episode when he cross-dressed? That's straight up that.
Dio. And bro is losing his mind. He's like, yes, this glorious power is even giving me green lipstick. Oh,
yes.
I can't wait to give you a big, fat, juicy kiss.
Okay.
So they start scrapping again, and Dio's just starting to go off the deep end now. Bro's like, this body is so juicy.
This has got very uncomfortable. Very weird, right? Just like all this like bodily harm, scratching himself and fingering his head. It's like, oh, it's very grotesque.
Now run me my money, nigga! So Jotaro ends up going flying, so Dio's like, oh, Jojo, what do you think you're going, you sack of shit?
Damn, you took all those hits, huh?
I will finally end your mid-ass bloodline for good. The ratio!
I don't think even Dio would ever call the Joestar family bloodline mid, though. I think he acknowledges and glazes it hard.
So then he comes down and he's like, I'm about to create the greatest
road roller
in history. 1 L has passed.
Yeah.
2 L's have passed.
This funny
3
scene.
L's have passed. So we gotta be thinking, okay, yo, what's
he doing?
This man charging up? It's gotta be like a spirit bomb or a Sengun, a Getsuga, or I don't know, a Dragon Fist. No. This man does the unthinkable.
Well, he would insult the Joestars, but like there's countless other scenes where he acknowledges how like tremendous they are. So like it's like he hates them, but he acknowledges them. But he'll like say insults about it. But he doesn't ever think that they're like inferior, you know? Like there's countless moments from Phantom Blood to where he's like Joestars are like they're like a force to like not be fucked with.
This man dropped a steamroller on him.
Yeah.
He dropped a
Why not?
steamroller on him. Who in their right mind would think of this?
Deal with. Oh, come on! Where's the audio? Man! Anyway, we're back. This is the craziest. Yeah, where'd he go? He just went to a construction spot and took a fucking bulldozer and dropped it. Yeah.
What?
Why not?
That is just doing the most. So then he starts beating.
And I love how such a random scene like that actually was the reason why it's so popular. You know? Like what the fuck? A road roller? What a bizarre scene. But that's the whole point. That led to virality. It led to an iconic moment.
The longest time for all these years, I thought, yo, he's beating the hell out of this with his fist. No, take a closer look. He is beating this with his elbows. He got some elbow action going on with
True.
this. So then he's like, it's no use. You fella! Oh, shit. So then Dio's like, yes, I finally done it. After all these long years.
Have you though? Have you really?
Ratio power! I have finally ratioed the entire fucking Joestar family. All you bitch ass niggas fell the off. My ratio power
Crazy
has
voice
now
acting.
exceeded to 9 L's. But then Dio ends up realizing he can't move.
Wait a
because Jotaro just stopped time. It was like impossible.
Reverse
This
card.
is bullshit. So then he ends up kicking him off the steamroller. So then they end up having one final clash. But then Jotaro hit him with a counter ratio. Then he says,
build
you know,
diff?
man, there's only one reason why you lost. You just simply pissed me off.
So based. No other reason needed than that. It's so simple. If you think about it, this kid who just got a stand, a high school teenager, just defeated this like seemingly immortal vampire that spanned across so many different generations, taking other Joestar like hosts. Like think about all the different things that Dio has done to come to this point. More than ready, more than prepared. And then like a 17-year-old high school kid just like beat your ass, just base form like that. Because apparently he also had a stand just the same as the world.
Get off my family, dick. So yeah, I mean, I already sat the man. So
Honestly, it kind of feels like Jotaro should be here. Does Jotaro have Black Air Force energy? What does Black Air Force energy mean? Well, they don't really have to be villains, but you do see a lot of villains here, right? They're just fucking, they just got that dog in them, man. They are just Giga Chads. They have aura. They just are. I feel like Jotaro should have a claim here.
what more could I say? I mean, I could get into some of the stuff that happens in part 6, but
there was no point to skip that part, so let's go watch it again.
that you will know me as capital D, capital I, capital O. Mans was going around beating cheeks, beat some cheeks, made Giorno, beat some more cheeks, had 3 other ugly ass kids with Jonathan's body, and he would just drink their blood after he.
We can expect to see more of Dio. And honestly, it doesn't really matter because like the amount of people that's commenting on my reactions, again, indirect spoilers, right? And I shouldn't ever expect anything from the YouTube comment section, but it's so funny when people are like, so when I made the commentary, like, I guess that's the end of Dio, goodbye. And people in the reaction video was like, not to spoil or anything, but look forward to it, man. And it's just like, I get it. You're just like an enthusiastic fan and you're excited for the content. But when you say not to spoil or like, you know, this isn't really spoilers, but you have something to look forward to. What do you think that means? It means that one way or the other, Dio's still going to have influence in the series. And I love it. It's fine. It's just like, but it's just like, you really can't make the logical deduction that like if you go against my like theory of this one thing outcome and you say, well, actually, what could that mean? That means that the opposite of what I said could be true. So, yeah. This is what's called indirect spoilers. I don't want any questions answered or acknowledged. These are rhetorical questions I ask. But in the game of reactions and making content, it's pretty much fucking impossible. So you just gotta just move on with it.
Finish beating their cheeks.
Beating their cheeks?
That would be getting into spoilers for anime only, so I'm not gonna do all that, but yeah, bro, this man is a menace. This is a demon incarnate. Man tormented this family for damn near 100 years, made a lady eat her own child, and along with dropping a steamroller on a nigga, no, pack your bags. Bro, pass this test with ease. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot to record the outro, so I'll just leave y'all with this.
All right. Thank you, CJ Dachamp, for giving us a highlight reel on what DIO was up to. DIO was probably not my favorite antagonist. I think Wamu still is number one to me. He just hit different. The righteousness and honor and that showdown with not only Caesar, but also Joseph too, just wow. But DIO is also very iconic, and I understand why people love him. I love him too. He's a petty, hateful little piece of shit that's always trying to, you know, get one over other people. Even if he was anxious and being a coward and hiding in the mansion, he was still aura farming, and he's just so cool. His random acts of like Senator Wilson Phillips, or even like the, you know, like the employee at the jewelry store, like why? Or even like the stair scenes. He's kind of like a funny character the more you think about what he does and why he does it. Kind of tragic too, because he also is kind of like trying to defy fate, yet he constantly relies on the Joestars, tries to downplay them, and the Joestars are actually his downfall. He started this generational feud and he got what he fucking deserved, but it's not over yet. And I thank DIO for his wonderful contributions, for being the antagonist, such an iconic one. He's so cool. That's it from me. Shout out to CJ. Here's a link to the video. Go give the video a like and check out his other content. I think that we should definitely check out the Tanya video, right? Because if you looked at the Council of the Black Air Force Energy, right? Tanya is there. So we'll probably watch that after season 1 and after the movie. Goodbye.